think it's time to turn the lights down, grab the box of popcorn, the tub of popcorn. I've got 10 minutes to just show some of the new features you're getting in the next couple of updates. So let me just get ready for that. We've been doing a lot of work, obviously, as you know, over the last 12 months, making sure you're dealing with all the challenges of lockdown, of remote learning, of hybrid lessons. But we've also been working on the new features you've asked for. So I'm going to show you just a glimpse of these. Obviously, I'll be around in the comments if you've got any questions, and we can arrange further conversations if you want to find out more. So the first thing, Teams integration. This is a major feature you've been asking us for. As most of you know, we can already integrate with Office 365, letting you use your online Office files inside Frog. And with Azure AD and ADFS, you can single sign on from Frog into OneDrive and Outlook and so on. But now we've added the ability to create Teams meetings directly from Frog assignments. We did this because lots of our schools asked us that they were demonstrating that they were using the assignment calendar to schedule pupils' days during lockdown. I'm not sure if in the UK we'll be back in a full lockdown, but plenty of you have told me that you've got students who are isolating at home and are having to teach both in the classroom and online. So I do see the power of being able to do this. Now, what we do is I'm going to demonstrate to you how this all works using a video because of the nature of the single sign-on. We use Frog in the office, so it gets all a bit messy with our testing environment. So I've had to make a video for you. So you'll just have to bear with me. I'll try to just let it play, but I might have to hit pause in a couple of places. So there's multiple areas of Teams integration. One, it's creating those Teams meetings directly from assignments, but also then using the assignment calendar as that live meeting. It also means that we've had to do SSO from Frog into the Teams meeting and a Teams meeting widget. And so if this is our staff dashboard, here's my Teams meeting widget. So any meeting I create via Frog will appear in this list, making it really easy for me as a teacher to access any of the meetings I've got coming up. But the assignment bit, the big bit that's important, I go to create a new assignment, I start filling it out, all the usual things that you would want to push in here, but then I've got this set up Teams meeting button, and checking that on, that's all I need to do. That will create the Teams meeting for me and give it out to the students who are going to be attending, who are in that class that I'm setting up. So I hit assign, and that goes off. It creates the assignment in the usual way. I can obviously see it in my upcoming Teams meetings. I can see it from the assignment calendar, and I can see it in Markbook. So so there it is. It just appears as a regular thing. So I can access it via here. And then hopefully the video will jump on. I click into the lesson, and now I've got this great big button, Open Microsoft Teams. And clicking that takes me into Teams, sets everything up for me. Well, I'll do this. Now, I did this, just to warn you, I did this while testing at home. So you're about to see my testing face while I was making sure everything's ready. Such a natural. I had to pause it as well because I kept looking over to the other screen. From the student's point of view, though, when they log in, they can see all of their assignments in their assignment list just as usual. But when they can go and access it both from there and in their assignment calendar. Click on the lesson I'd created from before. And there we have at the bottom the button, Open Microsoft Teams. They click that, and they're into the meeting. So that's our Teams integration. Now, one thing I didn't mention is this is the first of two major updates you're getting. So you're going to get this Teams integration first. Your admins do have to do some setup. We've done a whole write-up of instructions around how they do that. But yeah, you'll have these four elements all built in that way. So that's Teams. But I've just mentioned that that's the first of two major updates. In the following update, you're going to get the ability to take the assignment calendar even further with a tool called Scheduled Lessons. And I'm going to show you this live instead of another video. So I'll just jump over to my Blue Peter. Here's one I've prepared earlier. In my assignment system, what we've done, we've still got all of the features that you've always had in the assignment tool. But what we've done is we've taken them and we've put them in a box and we've pushed them over to here in this area. So if I want to set an assignment, by default, I'll not have to change anything at all. I still have my visible from date, my issue date, I still have my due date, I still have my autoclose. Everything is the same. But alongside it, I've now got the ability to schedule a lesson, and that will create a separate tile in the assignment calendar for the time and date I specify. So to use it, I just turn it on. We'll set it for today. We'll set it for quarter to 11, and that's it. So if I'm collecting in work from students, I'll want to have add to assignment list turned on, and that will work in exactly the same way. If I'm wanting this just to be a live event and I'm not interested in going back to it, I can turn that off as well. We've tried to come up with all the different variations that you've described to us that you want. I fill all that out. I set my due date. What have I missed? Oh, let's go through. I've got an activity, and we'll assign that out that way. So that will now fire off, and that's gone over to the students area. And if I come over and show you what that looks like from a student point of view, here's my assignment calendar. Now, one of the things that I liked about this, as described to us by schools that they wanted, was the ability that maybe on a Monday, you will have your lesson, you will have that tile available there, something like this maths lesson. Click open on it. I might not be using Teams, so I might well have a Google Meet in there, but I've also got a file drop because I'm going to use this to collect in work. So I have my lesson on the Monday, and then the students come back and hand that work in on the Thursday, and it's the same lesson. Now, a cute little thing I'll just show you is I am logged in as a student. If I go on to click on a lesson for tomorrow, I get a little message saying I'm too keen. It's for the day of the lesson and that it's open that way. So that is scheduled lessons. But what was then described to us, and I'll just skip on a couple of slides, is what happens if you've done that recording of you've had your live lesson on that Monday and you want to add the recording, or you want to add some resources after the lesson for the students to do homework. Well, we're finally giving you the ability to edit assignment resources. You've always had the ability to alter instructions and groups and dates and the marking, but now when you go to edit that assignment from Markbook, you'll have the resources tab in there too, and you can drop in and you can swap out resources as you need to. So it's been a long time coming, but there we go. And I thought that deserved fireworks, if nothing else. Now let me jump on to the next thing I want to talk about. Frog online training. As you know, for many years now, we've had on the community a whole set of video guides broken down into all the different categories of Frog. Well, Stefan's going to show you the platform in a few moments, but what I've done is I've taken all of our training materials and I've rewritten them into, not just me, but we've rewritten them into an entire online training platform. And here today, I'm making you an offer. If you want to have all of your staff have accounts on our online training platform, and you as the Frog coordinator, you'll be able to oversee all of the modules, how staff are progressing through them. You'll be able to ask for modules to be made mandatory for staff to do them. If you want that offer, drop me a line after this. We'll talk. We'll get all your staff accounts set up. And it's a great way of ensuring that that knowledge is being passed on among your colleagues. That's what we can do for all the staff in your school. But what about you? Well, in the summer, we soft launched our advocate program. And this is an opportunity for you to work through all of our training materials and demonstrate that you know everything. At that point, you'll become a Frog community specialist. Then we ask you to demonstrate just how much you're using that knowledge to share amongst your colleagues and help transform your school. And that makes you a Frog community genius. And Adrian, Martin, Paul, Tizzy, and Richard we are all our current geniuses. We soft launched this in the summer, and these guys just blasted through because they were already doing this. So this was a case of them assembling their evidence. You can apply at the web address on the screen there. Again, if you've got questions, ask me in the comments. But it's been a really nice and enjoyable program to see in action, and everyone seems to have got a kick out of working through it. Now, the next one, this doesn't really fit here, but I'm going to give it a quick mention because it's already being used by schools in really creative ways. I'm not going to go into details here, except to say that using our form security, we can display personal data to the logged in user. And this can be anything from third-party logins, clubs, and music lessons to SOCs timetables. And I've even helped one school share GCSE results on results day, so it's well worth checking out. But of course, I couldn't possibly do it now and next without talking about the Frog Academy and all of the different tools that we've got in here that's available. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the Frog Academy, it's simple. There are ways of assembling Frog sites in such ways just to create really quite complex solutions that solve problems for you in school. So we've got everything from the appraisal and lesson observation system to behavior to IT help desks to money-saving digital planners. And that offer is open to everybody. As part of your FrogLearn license, you can have any of these tools installed, and I'll talk you through them. One thing I love about the Frog Academy, though, is how much it's inspired everybody. And we've had situations where schools have contacted me to say, would you like our portal for GDPR? Would you like our HR portal? And so we've taken those, we've built them up, and we've now distributed them to dozens of other schools. So these are all available still. And if you have any questions about them, then as again, get in touch with me in the comments. But Lucy, that was me doing a whistle stop tour. I hope that was clear for everyone. More than happy to discuss in more detail, and I hope to speak to you soon.
That's brilliant, Graham. Thank you. I think you've got a bit of a Google party wants to communicate with you at some point as well. So we'll set that up. Fantastic. And just to reiterate what you were saying, for those schools that don't have Frog here, the Frog Academy, everything available in there is built from Frog, using Frog without hitting our development team. And it's available for every Frog school for free.